Hey everyone, hope your day's going well. We're going to check out some more comedy, and it's going to be a first for me. Paul Snyder, stand up comedy, only introverts will understand. This popped up onto my YouTube feed. I said, hey, I'm an introvert. Will I understand this? I used to think I was an extrovert. I used to try to pretend, because I thought society expected that of you, add in some alcohol, some social lubrication, right? And you got a recipe for disaster. So yeah, let's see what my man Paul Snyder is talking about here.
If you don't mind, also give me a round of applause because I am a huge introvert and I left the house for this today. So,
oh my God, how are you doing it? Jeez.
Thank you. I did my Wordle and then I came on in. So. Yes.
People still
the
do that?
introverts, they are my people. Sometimes I'll even ask by round of applause, where the other introverts are in the room. And that got it. Nailed it.
Really? That's interesting, man. It is. It's an assignment sometimes to go out and socialize, and after 2020, we all know what happened there. It almost amplified that feeling. It's like, okay, it's okay to stay in, and then try to get out after being indoors for a little bit.
Just a one solitary clap. That was it. And they are probably heading home right now.
We have YouTube.
It's like, I overdid it. That was exhausting. I shouldn't have done that. I know. My people aren't going to applaud. I know this. They might give me like half a head nod, and then we're going to look right back at our shoes where it's safe. That is what my people do. But
don't call me out.
I feel like as an introvert and a comic, I have just the pleasure of sharing with the extroverts what the introverts have been talking about, Talking's kind of a strong word, I think, but I mean, we have a group text, all right? That's what we have. But here's just something that I feel like I'd like to share with you guys that most introverts can agree with, and that is that we miss COVID, you guys.
I didn't even see. Oh man, that was, it's a terrible time for a lot of people, but for me personally, it was exactly what I needed. It would, we're trying to keep it light and funny over here, but getting sober and stuff, it was like, if that wouldn't have happened, I might have not been here because I was like juggling all the balls up in the air, and I was here, the water came up to here, I couldn't breathe anymore. And that was like a reset button. So there's personal good things that came out of it for me. And that's, sometimes you feel guilty about feeling good about that, man. It's a weird thing. Yeah. Damn.
That
1 minute in, I understand
the golden
him
age. That was our Normandy, you guys. We stormed that beach, and then we went home for 3 years. And we would do it again. Absolutely, we would. Now, one thing, as an introvert, I will tell you this. I try to treat everybody the way I want to be treated. It's the golden rule. That wasn't the punchline yet, but we'll get to it. It doesn't even matter to me if you are the CEO of a Fortune 500 company or just a homeless person on the side of the road, I am not going to talk to either of you.
True.
Probably should have led with that, actually. I really tried to spin that into a noble cause, but that didn't work. I think as an introvert, I'm pretty comfortable with most things about it, but there's one thing I do not like, and that is confrontation. I avoid confrontation at all costs. If there is somebody mad at me or who does not like me at work, I would rather go find a new job than...
I'm not on that extreme, man. That's a weird thing. I think it's a kind of a spectrum because there is a a place where you can be assertive and sometimes confrontational while being an introvert. Yeah, it's going to take a lot of energy, and you might, spin it in your head after it happened. You said maybe I shouldn't have done that, but there's a contrast sometimes, or a duality within everybody. Uh, but sometimes you just say, you know what, screw this, I'm never coming here again.
Than ever have a conversation about it. I would. I'll be at the next job interview, and they'll ask me why I left that last job. And I'll just be like, well, I accidentally reheated salmon in the microwave. And
Yeah.
there were some people that did not like that, I'll tell you that. And I am just here for a fresh start. Here's how much I know I don't like confrontation. I was dating a girl in college, and I didn't think things were going well. I thought it would be best if we just went our own separate ways and saw other people. And I sat her down and I told her that. And she looked back at me and said, nah, I don't think so.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest, I did not know that was an option. That had never been an option when the roles were reversed. But because I don't like confrontation, I just went along with it. And earlier this year, we celebrated our 25th wedding anniversary.
I knew that was gonna happen. Hey, man.
Guys, I don't know why you're applauding. That is a cry for help.
Ah, man.
I have been in a hostage situation that I cannot get out of. I could not be blinking any faster. I need help. No, it's fine. I think there's probably plenty of times in the last 25 years where she's thought to herself, I probably should have let him break up with me.
That was your way out.
That is on me, you know?
Missed your shot.
But we've made it. We have made it so far. I know a lot of comics. They'll get up and talk about all the wonderful things they have done in life, and I cannot do that. I have lived a boring life. I do not have a lot of accomplishments to talk about. I have still never seen an episode of Game of Thrones. Largely because I don't want to get caught using somebody's HBO Max password. I don't need that kind of pressure in my life right now. I don't.
Pay for it, man.
I went to private school, so I learned entitlement at a really young age. I did that. I think maybe one of the edgiest things I've ever done. I have finished every round of antibiotic I've ever been prescribed.
Damn. I don't think I've ever.
That is as exciting as my life gets. My high schooler and I, though, we're the same size, so we can share clothes, which I think is really awesome because it saves us money. It is just a lot more embarrassing for her, but we can do it. We can. Something else about me. I just want you guys to feel safe. I have never been arrested, and I don't say that to brag. I know my own limitations. You know, I do. I think about consequences all the time. I am not prison material, you guys.
You ever saw Oz?
I know this. Although I've had friends say, no, you are prison material, and
Hey. They need variety.
I don't know
over
why
there.
they have to say that with such a big smile on their face. I don't like their tone, actually. I think I should have better friends than that, you know? But I have never been arrested. Although in sixth grade, some friends dared me to steal a candy bar with them from a gas station, and I went along with it. And I came running out of that gas station clutching a package of Werther's Originals.
That's old man candy.
I am not smart enough to do crime, you guys. My friends came out with Reese's Peanut Butter Cup and M&Ms, and I went for the go-to candy of the 80 and over crowd.
It's good though.
I don't know what my end game was. I don't know if I was thinking of my Meemaw. I have no idea.
That's good.
I'm not smart enough for crime. But I have always been fascinated by crime. And I think it's because when I was young, my parents introduced me to a little show called Murder, She Wrote.
Hey.
Now, I don't know how many have seen Murder, She Wrote in here, but for just those
Angela
of you who
Lansbury.
haven't, here's a quick synopsis. It was a Mystery
R.I.P.
of the Week show. It all took place in a sleepy little town called Cabot Cove, Maine. And sleepy is really the only adjective you can use to describe a town with that much murder going on. Like they were just not paying attention at all. Like I looked it up. Cabot Cove had a population of 3,500 people. And approximately one person a week was murdered.
Dang.
That show went on for 12 seasons. So
They decimated it.
264 out of 3,500 people were murdered in Cabot Cove, Maine. And I don't know why we don't talk about this more. Cabot Cove, Maine is the most dangerous city in all of America. And the kicker of it is the police department did not solve a single one of those crimes. They went 0 for 264. A 70-year-old retired author was the only one keeping that town together. She was the only one. The only one. So that, I
Classic.
think, started my fascination with crime. And then during COVID, I started watching a lot of crime documentaries on Netflix. And I don't know how many other people went down that rabbit hole.
A lot.
But I went in a little too hard, too fast.
And Tiger King,
okay?
of course.
And I messed up my whole Netflix algorithm, you know? It got to the point I started getting targeted ads on my phone from Lowe's and Home Depot.
For shovels or
Just
what?
asking if I need rope or duct tape, you know? And they would bring that to my house. I didn't even have to leave.
Man.
Google Maps, just from Salt Lake.
So how are you gonna get out there and go and murder people, right? So you're gonna have to kill the delivery man or something like that. If you, the delivery killer or something, the introverted delivery killer. You get the murder weapons in by delivery, and then you kill the delivery man. Hey, come on, that's a show right there. Get me, Angela Lansbury.
City here to Provost. Google Maps showed me 5 different places where I could dispose of a body. You know? And I put a pin in those. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen here tonight. I just
Save it for a rainy day.
this could go downhill at any moment. I don't know.
Oh, I really like that part about the introvert man and the Murder She Wrote. What a great classic that was, And yeah, there's some things in there, that weren't about that, but you have to title the video, of course. I understand the YouTube game. I would have loved to have the whole 10 minutes about introverts, but maybe that's just me. The extroverted people might say, what is he talking about? I don't understand this. So yeah, you got to keep that to a minimum maybe. And, we got the perfect balance in my house. My wife's an extrovert. I'm an introvert. And that's the way I get out of the house. She has to drag me out. That's just how it goes. Because I imagine if you have 2 introverts, nobody ever leaves. Hey, let me know any other recommendations for comedy clips, maybe Paul Snyder or any other comic. Thank you for being here.